everybody. Welcome, everybody. Michelle asked me if I would introduce Sveta, and it's my pleasure to. There are 3 pages of this lady's accomplishments. Just know that she's a talented, valued member, and she got her doctorate of medicine in Russia to start with. Her current position is Director of Breast Pathology Fellowship Program. Some of her professional memberships: Canadian Association of Pathologists, American Society of Clinical Pathologists, International Association of Pathologists. I mean, she's wicked smart. So, Sveta, we love you and we want to learn from you.
Thank you very much. That's about enough. Thank you so much. It's very kind. The most important thing is for all of us what we do in LifeVantage. Never mind credentials. Here in LifeVantage, we change lives. So guys, let me be very, very frank and transparent with you today. The topic of this sort of, talk came about from our Canadian position. You Americans, and majority, I kind of don't see any Canadians on the call unless I'm missing you. Oh, no, sorry, Jolene, I see you. So the thing, oh, hi, Janet, I see you, thank you. So the thing about us, you're lucky you are getting the new products. By now, you probably know it's a combination of a GLP activator and then a probiotic or Acceromamnsia muciniphila stuff. We in Canada, we're not getting it for a little while till LifeVantage launches the global formulation. Again, it all depends on the Canada, whatever. But the interesting thing is, obviously, it's huge for everyone. It's huge for the business. It's huge for customers. We all know that. So that's why a week ago, I reached out to Steve Five. And to be honest with you, I really didn't think that he will call me back. He called me back today. I didn't per se, it's like I never reminded, I never thought he's busy. That means a lot. That actually my CEO called me apologizing, telling me, Sveta, I know how busy you are. I know how, quote unquote, frustrated you are. I don't use the word frustrated. I'm apologizing. I was so busy, and you probably know, blah, blah, blah. Yes. And then he actually explained to me in details and stuff. And see, the thing is, I mean, really, there is no trauma, there is no drama that we are getting our products in a few months later. And why? Exactly because for what we have. Exactly for what we have, and what we have is balance to ourselves, and that's what we're going to be talking about. It's like, so let me start sharing. And if I can do the slideshow, yes. So the thing is, it's like, yes, GLP-1 is not end all and be all. And acromantia is not end all and be all with supplementation, but with us, before we get that GLP-1 boost, we can actually work on our other body, not external upregulation of GLP-1, but internal boosting and upregulation of GLP-1 and boosting of acromantia. Because we do have it in all our armamentarium. So now let's start. The signature of gut microbiota may predict GLP-1 efficacy. That is very profound. And mind you, again, basically every slide is a copy and paste from the paper, from some peer-reviewed publication. with obviously some copy and paste from the ingredients of our probiotic prebio on daily wellness. Now, so guys, probiotic for every one of us. Why these days? Well, probiotic, put it aside, we'll talk about it, but why these days I think that prebiotic and postbiotic may be more important than actually probiotic. Well, because it doesn't matter what kind of probiotic you take, but it will never get you to 1,000 species. Never, ever, unless you're taking fecal transplant. Like, you know what I mean? Literally, that's what it is. So, however, you can take and you will take, let's say, probio, somebody or people take other formulations of probiotic. You can take it because there are some species, but you will never get the 1,000 of species. So we need to take care of our microgut because, as you see here, the genetic component of our microgut is 150 times more than human genome. Our human genome is 25,000 genes, not 10 million genes. Yes, guys, our microgut runs our life. That's how it is important. Now, going back, guess what is the pathogenesis or the origin actually of some of the origin of the Parkinson disease? It's a sick gut. When people start shaking, it means that years ago they destroyed their gut. And now with the shaking and stuff, they need to go back and start taking care of their gut and their microgut. Now, let's say when you go into, whatever, firmicutes, bacteroidetes, blah, blah, blah. So this Verroca microbia, this is actually that Acceromamnsia. I didn't know that. Now I do. Interesting fact is that Acceromamnsia is actually like 4% of our microbiota, our microgut. Now, very interesting. And for some of you, check. Sean Paul, the things short chain fatty acids may sound like Chinese. So the thing is, just stay with me because I will simplify actually into very gruesome terminology what short chain fatty acids are. But those short chain fatty acids are extremely important because they stimulate GLP-1. How? What are the short chain fatty acids? Here we go into probiotics. Well, guys, short chain fatty acids, simply speaking, is the poop of the probiotics. And it's the poop of some specific species. And those specific species are in our probio, like Bifidus species, like lactobacilli species of different kinds. They are, and this short chain fatty acids, these species of microbes, commensal microbes, what they do, or the supplemental microbes, what they do, they give us those short chain fatty acids, which essentially going to boost what? Is going to be boosting multiple ways. Those short chain fatty acids are actually going to boost the production of Acceromamnsia, but they're also going to boost the cells, L cells in our gut that are making GLP-1. So to start with our microgut and the proper maintenance of that microgut is so important. How do you maintain it? You need to feed them. You need to feed them. Prebiotics promote GLP-1 secretion. The interesting thing is, what's in our prebiotics? Inulin. what's in our prebiotic elderberry. No, actually, it's in our daily wellness. What's in our prebiotic xyla oligosaccharides. And again, from here, I will start concentrating more into the effect of the prebiotics, into the significance of Acceromamnsia. Now, daily wellness, our amazing daily wellness. We already kind of said elderberry, but then what's in our daily wellness? How did my dog get here? Because I closed the door. Yeah. This is a live presentation. So, yeast fermentate. Well, the same idea as short fatty acids from the lactobacilli or bifidobacilli. It's like, it's their poop. Well, same thing. Actually, yeast fermentate. Sorry, it's a poop from the yeast. So the thing is, so that yeast fermentate that we have in daily wellness, again, it is helping in the moderate subgroup. Acceromamnsia muciniphila significantly increased. Comparing to placebo, it's not our formulation, but it's the same yeast fermentate. Everybody is basically using the same yeast fermentate. The important thing that this is human double-blind study. Now, let's talk about that amazing Acceromamnsia. It is amazing. So before even we get to, let's say, GLP, the functions of this Acceromamnsia are multiple, because what it does, it helps with the different aspects of immune system. And the thing is, look, Acceromamnsia muciniphila. So that's the bug that has something to do with the mucin in our colon. What's a mucin? Mucin in our colon, it's a protective and supporting layer between the outside world and the inside world or the cells. And there's different kinds of mucins. There's one that actually allows, that's where the microgut or microflora lives. Obviously, that's not sterile because they're microbes. And then there's a second layer of a different mucin that is actually sterile. And that Acceromamnsia is so important, not only for maintaining integrity, but also when there's bad mucin, it degrades it. So it's like a police of a good mucinous protective layer. And then as you see here on this part of the slide, it takes care of pathobiome. So there is a normal microbiome, but there's pathobiome. So it's not only working on proper anti-inflammatory, on the immune system, but it's also working on the anti-inflammatory pathways. So it's amazing. But with this said, it's also working on activating or providing the short chain fatty acids, feeding the L cells. The L cells, the one that going to be making GLP-1. This is the summary of what Acceromamnsia is going to do. So improvement, we don't treat, claim, or we cure any diseases. This is a learning, a webinar. So see, it's improvement in metabolic conditions. Participates in a mucin metabolism or mucin balance. Now, anti-inflammatory effects, I already said that. Of course, GLP-1 insulin anti-obesity and metabolic effects, and improvement of intestinal and triggering the host immune system. So, guys, now, so in order to maintain this Acceromamnsia muciniphila, prebiotics and daily wellness are extremely important because it feeds it and it supports it. Amongst the foods, what are the best prebiotics foods? It's a great bitter or well over 70% dark chocolate. It's polyphenols, berries. It's our onions and garlic. But again, guys, how much of that food do we eat? We try, but we don't succeed much. So we need a boost. Yes, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but the day doesn't start and the day doesn't end without prebiotic and daily wellness. It doesn't. And that's basically what, well, you know, we're starting with the foods, we're ending with the foods. And that's exactly what I wanted to share with you. Yes, guys, this is pictures of my foods. Yeah, let me brag at least about that. So now I am done sharing the presentation, and oh, we're good for timing. So if you would like me to entertain some questions, I'm more than happy to do that.
Amazing, Dr. Sveta. It's Michelle here. Does anybody have any beautiful questions? I know the first thing I do in the morning is I pop out of bed and go into the kitchen and I get my, like you said, I get my daily wellness and my prebiotic. I mix it right on in there. I start taking all the activators and the collagen, and then I have my Axia and go for my workout. What do you think?
I actually have the threesome. I mix Axio, prebiotic, daily wellness, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I make like about 2 liters of this, so it may not be one dose, but that's what. And I use a very clean water.
Yes. Water. Clean water is a big deal. Does anybody have any questions? You can put them in the chat there. Oh, Jessica. There's Dr. Jessica, who did a wonderful training for us all last night on Wednesday Wellness. Thank you, Dr. Jess. Go ahead.
So Sveta, I just wanted to like brainstorm with you and ask you a question. I have been eyeing something called Viome, Viome, and I think you're in Canada, so maybe that's not available there. I was just hoping that maybe you're familiar with it and I wanted to get your take on it. But essentially what it is it's a complete gut map and it's expensive. It's like $500. But especially with this GLP-1 activator coming out, I thought it would be really fascinating to see exactly what the percentages are of the different microbiotic in my own gut. And then as we start this product and we start feeding those good bacteria, how that changes. And I was just curious if you've looked at that product yourself and what your thoughts are on it, or maybe you've done it yourself.
No, I haven't looked at this product. You know, the thing is, no, I haven't. I haven't looked. But the thing is, you know, Jess, the interesting thing is, you know, we can run the stool microbiome test. We can do GIFM, GIFX, or microbiome FX, and see what is the diversity of our own microgut, and do it maybe before you start the new product, and then be on the products for 3 months as usual, and then do the test again and see whether diversity changes, and see where your acromantia before and see where your acromantia after.
The other thing that I wanted to comment on, and I think you alluded to this, Dr. Sveta, and maybe people know this already, but when I had first heard that this product was coming out, I had assumed that there would be like some kind of a pre and probiotic in it, but I was wrong. And so that's why, like, just to like double up on what you said, it's incredibly important that we're taking our pre and probiotic, because the product is just going to feed the flora. That's how that works.
Well, absolutely, because the thing is, GLP-1 is the peptide. So, and this is a peptide that is, so GLP-1 is synthesized, secreted via L cells, or it's secreted in the brain. So meaning that, so something has to stimulate the cells or feed the cells to make this this peptide. And that's actually what I said. It's basically short chain fatty acids. So the short chain fatty acids are going to come from the microgut. So that's why prebiotics are so critically important. Well, in a sense, prebiotics and postbiotics, because postbiotics also produce short chain or stimulates the short chain fatty acids production. Again, and then the formulation of prebiotics is also very, very important. And the food composition is very, very important, because you got to stimulate the microgut. And again, as I said, so if your product has, I don't know, 200, 300, 500 species, fine. But other than that, the majority of probiotics, they don't have a lot of species. And what the probiotics do, probiotics are visitors. They come and go. It's like, they're visitors. They come, they kind of poke into your microgut, and then they leave. And the idea is, in a sense, not to overstay their welcome or the microgut welcome, because you need your own. You need those this 1,000 species. You need those 1,000 species to work. You need the diversity. Okay, no, 1,000, let's say 700, 800, 600. But the problem is when we continuously taking one probiotic for years and years and years, you disbalance your microgut in terms of diversity. You may have a whole lot more of the species that are in this probiotic and a whole lot less that diversify your microgut. So that is why prebiotic to me is absolutely critically important, especially in any situation. But now having this GLP-1 and Acceromamnsia product is so awesome in synergy, because it's a peptide, so it's going to stimulate the cells in so multitude of ways. And one of these very important ways is the weight loss. And the weight loss with the decrease of your appetite, the increase of your satiety and decrease of your appetite. Sorry, just went lengthy and verbacious. And
That was beautiful.
It was good.
So good. Robin Smith Sveta said, what if your customer can only afford Daily Wellness Nerf 2 and Axia? Would they be okay without having the prebiotic or the probiotic added?
to be honest with you, I will go with prebiotic.
Perfect.
I will feed the gut.
Yeah.
What was Mia's question? Because I don't see the chat, and I don't
It
want to go in
says,
the chat because I will get scattered.
yes, it says Sveta. What would you suggest for someone who wants to try our GLP-1 activator but is currently on a synthetic form of GLP-1? Should they start with the pre and probiotic and add the daily wellness ? Along with Nerf 2 from what you have shared tonight, trying to help her get started so she can transition well.
I honestly have no idea if she's on synthetic. Maybe just take synthetic in hours, just minimize or half the dose, and start with half the dose, but still add the Acceromamnsia.
Yeah, and yeah, just my thoughts, if she's on that synthetic and she's looking to later transition, should she be on Protandim Nerf 2, probiotic and prebiotic? Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, guys, to me, NRF2 is,
Yes.
I mean, to me, NRF2 to be on the NRF2 per tandem is like, well, it's not debatable.
Right.
Unless there are obviously some contraindications, but other than it's not debatable. It's like, there's no, it's like,
Mhm.
Protandim is a must.
Yes.
You know, then
So
again, protandim, prebiotic, it's a different aspect of the cell. And everything in the cell is the balance.
Mm-hmm.
So Michelle, there's somebody in our Club 55 that is on a synthetic, and we're working to manage that. And what I recommended to this individual, because they tried going without for a couple of weeks and they developed a lot of cravings, is that I recommended that they restart their synthetic and then every week cut their dose back by half, because it is going to take time for that natural GLP-1 production to go up. It's not going to be immediate.
Jess, is that you? Because I can see.
That was,
Yeah,
yes.
it's me.
Okay, terrific. Because thank you. Because now you heard from the clinician. It's just as a pathologist, is basically like just reading and doing from what I don't like to go off cold turkey. I'm not going to tell anybody, oh, yours is bad, mine's good. No way. Somebody's on the Ozempic or on synthetic stuff, absolutely. But start as Jess said. Start minimizing this, start adding this a little bit more, start minimizing this, start adding this a little bit more, and that's it. But NRF2 to me is an absolute must in every situation. There's no excuses.
Yeah. Awesome. And then we have one last one from Lisa, and then we'll definitely let you guys all get back. Thank you for being here for these 30 minutes. She said, if you start GLP-1, will you have to keep taking it for life? If yes, will it be at the same dose, or will you be able to cut it down on the amount?
I honestly don't know about, I will tell you one thing, NRF2 for life, NRF1 for life. Let's say prebiotics for life. I just don't know. I don't know the situation. I don't know the weight. I don't know. So I don't know.
Michelle, is she talking about a synthetic or is she talking about the activated GLP-1?
It doesn't say. Lisa, if you want to say if you mean a synthetic or if you mean activation, that would be awesome. She says
Okay.
activation.
I was going to say, when it comes to synthetic, most people develop antibodies over time, and there's different antibody development rates with that. But we know that naturally, when you're producing your own GLP-1, the antibodies aren't going to be an issue. The thing about like whether or not you're going to take it lifelong, that's going to be up to you. But it's the same story as like our activated collagen and NRF2. You start to feel really, really good because your oxidative stress is low and you have so much more collagen in your body. Yeah, you can stop it because you feel great, but you're probably going to want it again. And I think that's going to be the same story with this GLP-1 activator. You might lose weight, but there's so many other benefits. And we talked about this last night. Like the benefits are endless with like the cardiovascular health, the brain health. Weight loss is just one of many, many, many benefits to a healthy GLP-1 level in your body. So, if financially it's not a sustainable thing, that's fine because you can stop it after you get to your goal weight. But you might find that after a few months, you want to be on it again because of all of the other added benefits.
And again, as you know, guys, what we do here in LifeVantage with changing our lifestyles, I'm pretty sure that this product also will be coming with some dietary suggestions. So, and this, with other products, I called myself I found a new term, it's called biomodulator. Biomodulator is we biomodulate ourselves, we modulate with balance. It's like it's not even upregulate, we modulate, we make this normal, exactly like creator wanted us to have. And from that perspective, with our, let's say, GLP activator, we may modulate the cells exactly to the point where the normal GLP production will be absolutely up to the snuff. But as Jess said, you take it and then you feel awesome and stuff, and then, okay, maybe give it a try. And you give it a try, and if it sustains and continues, awesome. But your body will know, your body will tell you, no, it's not awesome, I'm back. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Sveta. I can tell you I am on day 6 of
And I'm
the
sure, oh, see, and Michelle is doing it for weight loss. That's
No, I'm not.
Michelle is taking it.
Sveta absolutely knows why. I'm so excited about it. The thing that I can tell you on day 6, and it literally started, I don't know if it started day 1 or day 2. You know, we were in Park City for day 1, getting it day 2, but I should have been completely exhausted. Completely. We did not sleep in Park City when it was given to us. Very exciting times, most incredible event, flying home, you know, and getting right after it that day. And Mondays, for those of you that know us, know that they go from early morning till late at night before we go to bed, and it doesn't stop. I had complete clarity, energy, a feeling of I'm ready to go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Not a high, not a anything like that, but just like a happy, let's get after life feeling. It's really hard to explain. And then it happened again the next day. And then it happened again the next day. And I would say I've noticed like no bloating. So anyway, just a little FYI. It's interesting. So it's interesting when you do this with other people because you question what's happening with you, right? Oh, I wonder if this is happening with others or whatnot, or if it's just happening to myself, and it's been fun regarding that. So can we just give Dr. Sveta the big round of applause once again? She came to me this last week and she said, I think we should do another. So when you have somebody like her that wants to serve us, to educate us, to prepare us, instead of us going to her, say, please, 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 will you do this? With her coming forward and saying, I would like to do this for the team and for everybody out there. That's who she is. She just wants to make us all better in every single way. So Sveta, thank you for taking the time to serve, to love so big, to, you know, talk to our CEO, to share your heart, to be just a strong, convicted, powerful, most loving angel to us so much. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for the opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have a suspicion that Oppose are going to be sending a lot of GLPs to Canada.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Welcome, welcome.
Everything that we can do. That's right. 100%. I love you.
So thank you guys. Thank you so very much. And it seems like, you know, we're starting like almost a series. So we'll see,
Yeah.
there may be another topic.
Yes, yes.
Because
yes.
again, it's all about synergy. It's amazing. Amazing. Well,
Synergy,
thank you guys. Love to you all. Thank you,
All
thank
right.
you, thank you. Ciao.
Love you, Dr. Sveta. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Love you all as well. Good night. Bye-bye.